What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bri2J Presents. I'm your host, Bri2J. Today I'm presenting to you the Mezco Toyz 112 Collective Webshop exclusive Blade. This would be the third Blade in the Mezco 112 family. First we had the Toy Fair version of 2019, then we had the retail version, and we all thought we were done with Blade. But guess not. Here is the third one in the collection. Is he worth it? Let's find out. And here's Blade, and I have to say Mezco did a fantastic job, and they also did a fantastic job in surprising us by releasing a third version of a great character. We had the Toy Fair version, followed by the retail release, and now we have the MDX, which, honestly, I love this design choice. Really like the vest. I think the gunmetal looks fantastic, and the little texture on the vest, a little bit of red on the vest. All the paint schemes look perfect, and I don't know if my crappy lighting is picking that up for you guys, but it is downright awesome looking. The vest is a softer plastic or pliable material than what we've seen in the past with, say, like Stealth Gomez or Netflix Punisher, but honestly, I really like the way this came out, and I think it's really aesthetically pleasing. I like the way the paint work matches with everything. The pants are no longer pleather. They're more of a polyester and a little bit more on the baggy side. It's great to see the gun back on the hip. I don't know why they did not put that on the retail release, but whatever. The stakes look really good. I like the way this looks. The silver matches really well. The back of the pants look great. I love the texture. The part where you clip on the sword is not on a magnet anymore. It's just glued on to the vest. The tattoos look great as well. The neck tattoo and the bald head still don't line up properly, but that's no worry, because I know that was the ongoing joke with the alternate head. Yeah, everything about this figure just looks downright awesome. And let's get a closer look at his head. So yeah, this figure is incredible looking. So that being said, let's take a closer look at articulation and then accessories. Blade has all the same points of articulation as the previous Blade figures. I'm going to show you them anyway in case you do not own a Blade figure. So let's check this out. Blade can look down, look up, side, side, in the corner, in the corner. It's all because of that trusty ball joint right there. So you get a lot of range of motion with the head. The arms can go up all the way, a lot further up than the previous Blade figures because of the no fabric restriction, which also means that you can now take Blade's arm and rotate it all the way around. Blade does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, hinge and swivel at the wrist. There is some ab crunch here. The vest does hinder it, but don't worry. When the vest comes off, yes it does, you get your mobility back. Lots of waist articulation, splits, kick out, kick back, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, boot rotation, beautifully done ankle pivot, bravo Mezco, and an up and down at the foot. So you get a lot of range of motion with your Blade figure. Now let's talk about accessories. This is the same shotgun that we've gotten in the past with previous Blade figures, but I'm really grateful they kept it in. This looks really, really good. And then you also get the blast effect, which we've seen in the past. Started with Blade, Toy Fair, and also Agent Gomez, I believe. But I'm grateful that they kept it in, because this looks really, really good. And if you shine proper light through it, you can get that nice effect. So yeah, really, really cool. Next up, we have Blade Submachine Gun. This is also what we've seen in the past with Blade. Also, again, really happy they kept this in. Really nice dry brush work. This looks really, really well done. And the clip comes out, and you get the silver bullet there. This plugs back in. And you can also take the other bullet effect that we get, which like so, and plug that in and give that awesome shot as well. And you can also use this bullet effect for Blade Sidearm, which I'll talk about in a moment. But yeah, looks really, really cool. You also get a spare magazine for the submachine gun, and also with the silver bullet. Blade Sidearm, which I honestly missed with the retail version. I do not understand why it wasn't on that figure, and it was only with exclusives. But I'm happy it's back, and let's get into further detail about that. So, move Blade out of the way. Here is Blade Sidearm. This looks fantastic. This cocks back and has a really nice effect to it. Let me get a better focus on it. There we go. Nice grip, nice texture. All in all, really well done. And this does also slide out, and you have that silver bullet. And just like the Submachine Gun, you have a spare magazine. Also with the silver bullet. And this looks really good. And you can get this to fit perfectly onto his side, just like so. The holster is a little bit tight, but don't worry, it's pliable, and your gun's not going to go flying anywhere if he falls. So yeah, it's in there, okay? Like, it's in there. So that is all of Blade's guns. Now let's talk about Blade's blades. So for Blade's pointy weapons, I want to talk about Blade's stakes. You get 6 of these, and they all look really well done. Really nice sculpt and line work, and I'm really satisfied. Let me get a better view here for you guys. So yeah, you get 6 of these, and these all look really good. Next up, you have Blade's Glaives. And these are heavily inspired by the Blade movie, because I do not remember him using these in the comics before that movie. But yeah, these all look really good. And I really like the way that these things fold. Really nice and easy. And just goes right into the sheath on his hip, like so. And they're pretty sturdy on his hip. So yeah, really, really cool. And then lastly, for weapons, you have Blade Sword. And then this looks really awesome. This is the best looking design for a sword, in my opinion. So yeah, this really happy about. Black and silver. The hilt came out really nice. The full design choice for this was awesome. And then something that I learned while watching the actual Mezco video on the proper sword placement is how to put it in. You put it in this way, okay? Just like that. Pause it right there if you want to see, but it goes in just like that, and it has an easier time staying in, because I've done it wrong with my other Blade figures, and this is how it should be. So yeah, those are all Blade's weapons. Now let's talk about option parts. So as for Blade's option parts, you have an alternate head and multiple sets of hands. So first I'm going to show you the alternate head. I'm going to take the sword off, pop off the head, throw the other head on, and there you go. That is a really nice looking head sculpt. I really like the gritted teeth, the Blade on the hunt look. This looks fantastic. But of course, Blade wouldn't be Blade without his trusty sunglasses. And you get 4 pairs of these too. The red tint, these look really good. And they go onto the head fairly easy. And they stay on pretty well. So yeah, looks really good. Next up, you have multiple sets of hands. We have the karate chop and the kind of palm punch, because Blade's in the martial arts. And you can see again, it's the silver and not red and gray. You get a kind of a thumbs up hand, which is also where you could put the stake. Kind of like so. And you could give the idea like he's pushing the stake into the vampire. You get a set of hands for holding the shotgun. I'm sorry, this is the trigger finger, and then this is kind of like a come here hand. this would be the proper hand for the shotgun gripping. And then you get dual trigger fingers as well. So yeah, you get a decent amount of hands for this figure too. So that's really well done. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to take the vest off, and then I'm going to compare him to the other Blade figures. And for non-weapons, of course, you get the traditional Mezco display base there, which gets scuffed and scratched and fingerprinty, but the Blade logo came out really good. You, of course, get the arm, fully posable here, 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 and here, and then you could take this part here, pop that out, and plug that in if you'd like. And then, lastly, you get the Ziploc bag. So, I wanted to apologize to you guys, as I know I said I'd take the vest off on camera. However, it was giving me a lot of difficulties doing it, because I've only done it one other time. But, yeah, I also wanted to be careful, because I don't know if mine was pulling or not, because a lot of tension. So, that's something to just be careful about. Here's a better look at the vest off of Blade, though. And this looks really, really cool. This was a nice design choice, and it's very pliable. My issue, I think it's pulling right about here. It's really hard to tell. I just want to be very careful with how I put the vest on him. But here's a closer look at Blade without the vest, and you can see that the design choice for the shirt matches the pants and looks really great. And you get that better ab crunch, you know, without the vest. And sort of at the back too, but yeah. And then real quick, I want to show you guys a side by side with the other Blade figures that I have. And I'm gonna put Blade here. Take the Toy Fair one right here. So I love the Toy Fair one. Okay, it's one of my favorite figures in my collection. But yeah, this seems to be the winner for me, and I love this version too, because it reminds me so much of the movie. But I gotta say, Toy Fair MDX wins. Toy Fair comes in second. Retail comes in third. These are great figures, though, all in all. And if you wanted to do something, you can. Just, you know, take the head off. If you have the retail release, do this. And that looks good too, really. And the tattoo lines up. Look at that. So, but yeah, definitely go get this figure if you can. You might have to be on the wait list. I'm grateful I was able to get mine. Please watch this video, like this video, comment, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. You could find this video on Bri2JPresents.com. And you can follow me on social media. Bri2JPresents on Instagram. Bri_2J on Twitter. And I will see you guys in the next one, whenever that may be. Peace.
That's crispy.